YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. I got something I want to throw out there. I was reading in the news the other day that they're looking and they're hoping to build more shelters for the homeless. Well, the homeless problem, most of it stems from expensive housing, and it plateaus down to renters, and it goes all the way. It doesn't plateau, it makes its way down to the bottom, right? And it's gotten really tough, for a lot of people, and I see it. I see a lot of people having a really hard time making ends meet. So I live in this beautiful complex here. It's they're like 2 and 3 bedroom homes, and I live in a 3-bedroom home, 2-story, independent house. And we do all right. A lot of people message me if we do all right. Oh, we do fine. What I've been making this video for is, what concerns me is they want to make more of, not affordable housing, but more shelters. But here's the deal. If the government could find a way for the middle-class tax-paying citizens to actually buy something, then there's going to be a lot of rentals available. Woo! Tens of thousands of rentals available. And I'm going to explain to you why there's going to be so many rentals available, and that would obviously get government subsidy to help some of the people get off the street, right? Now, let me explain to you why and how that's going to be possible. Because I had to jump through hoops. When I had to rent this place, I had to give them 2 years notice of assessments. I had to give them, because I'm business for self, I own a business, right? So I had to give them all my notice of assessments. I had to give them a background police checkout. I had to give them pull my credit score. I had to give them first and last month's rent and damage deposit. I had to give them pretty much I had to give them everything but my DNA. Wouldn't surprise me if they say, we need a sample of your DNA or your fingerprints. It would not surprise me if they asked for that. No surprise whatsoever. But going through all the hoops and oh, your credit score is really good. Oh, your wife's credit score is good. Oh, your company does well. It's in other countries, in normal countries, I would just buy a house. I wouldn't have to. I would put down 50% to buy a house. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is 50% here is $1 million, $2 million. It's what is this? So I'm just putting this out there. So if housing for middle-class citizens that actually pay a boatload of taxes, boats of taxes, if there was a way where technically we're supposed to own a house. The reason why there's no rental units available here in Vancouver is because the people that could afford, who qualify, let's just say not afford, qualified to buy a house, aren't buying a house. So then it trickles down the stairs. You see what I'm saying? So I'm in a position. So I talked to my friend Anthony. I'm gonna have him on the show maybe next week. He lives outside of Houston, Texas. He moved there from California. He left California because of his rent went from $700 a month to $2,000 a month. Everything just got crazy there. So he left. So he went to Texas. And I had a conversation with him. But he's in a nice part of Texas. He showed me where he's at. This is a really livable, nice family, raise a family, lay roots, lots of land. So we had a conversation the other day, and we were talking about cars. And he tells me this. He goes, "Yo, Mike, you know what? I really want to buy." He's got 2 cars. They're kind of old. I want to buy a new car. I'm like, okay, just buying a car. He's like, no, the cars are so expensive here. They're worth more money than houses. I took a step back to think, you telling me, because I'm in this bubble, right? So I'm saying, you're telling me a car's $2 million? And I'm like, whoa, you're in Texas. Wait, whoa. No, okay, that's not going to work. So what do you mean? He's like, oh yeah, no, Mike, I bought my land and my house and everything. Paid $18,000 to $20,000 for everything. Oh, was that a sale or a repo or no? That's how much. That's what it's worth. I pay my property tax and that's it. So we're in this bubble here, and when he told me that, it's yeah, cars are worth more money than the houses. Yeah, that's true. He's not lying. I'll have him on the show sometime next week. We'll do a Skype show, and we could look at what's happening down in Texas with housing, because apparently housing rents are going down even more because people could qualify to buy. So I'm in the position where I qualify to buy, But I'm not paying $2 million for a house that's worth $100,000, and I've said this over and over like a broken record. Now, here's what's going on. So if the middle class, working class, tax-paying citizens bought, which we should have bought years ago, bought, then you know what that leaves rentals across the board. It will leave so many rentals across the board, because I know a lot of people, and I know some of you people are watching this, have to jump through hoops to just to rent. And meanwhile, in other places, you qualify to buy a castle in the end. You know what I'm saying? So let me know if you guys have had experiences just to rent. And then when they qualify, you're like, okay. But in other places, you would qualify for a castle, a 10-bedroom house, because your qualifications are up there. You know what I'm saying? Or your down payment is so sufficient that they would just, here you go, just sign on the paper, you just take the house. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what you guys think. This will open a slew of rentals. A lot of people are saying, oh, there's not a lot of rentals here in Vancouver. The rental, yeah, there isn't. Why? It's because everything that's rented out is rented with people that qualify to buy. Now, like professionals. I'm talking about doctors, family physicians. I'm talking about, I don't want to point at the houses and tell you which house it is. Teachers, 2 elementary school teachers, 1 high school teacher, 2 family physicians. Hold on, I'm just trying to think who else is here. There's a geologist that lives here too. Oh, and there was a meteorologist that lived over there. I don't want to say where, but it was a meteorologist that worked for the news. But what I'm trying to say to you is getting out of this. So we're in this bubble that we need to get out of to eventually own, to free up a lot of rentals. Then the government can give some subsidy and get people homes. And I think that's a fantastic idea. Instead of building more shelters are great to have in the inner city core for people that have a really hard time finding a bed and this and that. Fine. But getting people permanently placed is better, and then freeing up the rentals, and then you got the vacant home situation. You got all these vacant homes. You got all these empty homes with overseeing. But I was watching it in Sydney too. I was watching it in Silicon Valley, in San Francisco area. Those areas there, Silicon Valley, San Francisco, all those areas there, up to I think Anaheim or San Jose. Everything's like super uber goober expensive. But then you go to Nevada, everything's for free, pretty much free. You go to New Mexico, it's even more. And New Mexico, to me, like Albuquerque, Las Cruces, Mexico, I think it's a lot more beautiful architecturally than California. For me, I think it's way more beautiful, but that's just my opinion. But I just wanted to put this out there. And then with the vacant homes, if you get rid of these, if the vacant homes become, people live in them, then that would free up more housing, or more housing to sell to the middle class, and then these units, all the units everywhere, become available for lower income. I'm just putting this out there. This will never happen. It might happen in my dreams, but God forbid something gets implemented where it's for the people to, help the people at this. But this is a big magnitude of a huge movement I'm talking about. But that would be my dream, to see people that don't and can't afford, hardworking Canadians, middle-class Canadians, that are just making ends meet. It's gotten so out of proportion. They're just making ends meet, and I'm like, what do you do for work? Do you work in a factory moving boxes around? No, I'm a preschool teacher. No, I'm a family physician. I'm a doctor. What has it come to? Anyways, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Should we spend the money to build shelters, or should the government implement more rules to allow us, for the middle class, tax-paying citizen, to own his house, thus giving more room and more livable space for the people that need it more? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Bye.